So we've set up our electric pressure washer. We got a customer here who is debadging his work truck, and we're gonna go around and get these scuffs off after we give it a quick bath. And by using red line buffing pads with a really good compound, McKee's 37 products mostly, are gonna get this truck looking sharp. Ultimately, he doesn't want to pay the extra for any kind of sealer or coating, so it's basically going to be a wash and wax standard exterior detail, but with a little bit of buffing where these badges were, and we'll be all good. Results. But as a mobile detailer, one thing you always have with all the motors you got to run and everything is gasoline. You usually got at least one small gasoline tank on your truck somewhere. And a rag, and get the corner of it, just the corner, soaked in some gasoline, and then kind of wring it out a little bit through the rag, let it absorb. But take the wettest part of that rag and basically run over the glued area like I did up here, and then take the drier part of the rag and buff it off. That gasoline is definitely going to loosen it up. It's not going to do any harm to the clear coat in a small limited dose like that, and it's going to loosen it up to a point that the dry part of the rag will wipe it right off, preparing it for a good polish. So anything that is done by doing a fine polish would correct it anyway, but I assure you it's a lot more gentle than most people probably think. Okay, so there is one scuff here that proved to be just a little bit too deep. I don't know how good the camera is picking it up, but it actually runs from somewhere around that light where it's hitting right there, all the way over the entire flare to the other side, and ends somewhere down around here in that area. So with that in mind, I've got it super smooth and hard to see, and it will still get one more stage with the finish pad and then waxed, and I would challenge most people from 10 feet away to point it out. The rest of them are going to be invisible, other than the chip, which I believe we're going to fix on our next visit if he gets the touch-up kit. I told him I'd do it for free. So this side overall, as far as the debadging goes, turned out really well. That extra scuff that came from probably some bushes or something definitely is going to be well hidden. It's not going to be completely gone. So I urged him to get a sealer or a ceramic on it ASAP, because with vehicles this new, it's just a waste not to protect it to your best ability. So I think I've talked them into going with a sealer after this visit, and we're gonna just stick to the wax for today, and then we'll come back and do a really good detail, that touch-up paint, and perhaps at least a 1-year sealer at that point. So I got a little bit left on the tailgate here, right down there in the corner, and then the rest of the badges on this side. And then we'll go over everything with a waterless and make sure all the bugs are off the front.